Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Everything is under control. We totally have this in the bag. Oh boy, okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Rolling for curiosity.
This is a story about a group of friends, old friends. They have known each other for a long time, but they have all taken their own life path. Um, Oscar, can you describe yourself? And I was curious, what does your normal daily routine look like?
I'd say Oscar is a fairly tall, slender gentleman. Hair is always nicely done, stuff like that. Um, I'm gonna say like a nice dark brown hair and stuff. Yeah. Um, Daily routine is typically wake up early, um, get the house all organized and stuff, get breakfast ready for the kids and his husband heading off to work, stuff like that. He's and then it's clean up around the house and try and work on his own little like fun art projects and stuff like that when he has a chance.
Hey, Chad, can you describe yourself? And what would be the thing you have definitely always have with you?
Cha, yeah. So Chad, he's about 6'3", uh, super built, but like only on the top because, I just wear lots of baggy pants, so no one can really tell that I extremely exclusively skip leg day. Yeah, so, I would say, he's got kind of like, I would say like hair down to probably his cheek, and that's really only so that when he's blowing people off, he can chaw and throw his hair back. Um, yeah, he doesn't wear glasses. He always has shades on, even when it's night out, because it's just why not. Um, Usually has like baggy pants on. Most of the time, it's cargo pants because, I mean, might as well just always have everything you want on you at all times because why like go and get other things other places? That's stupid. Just have it all on you right there. Let's see. Always wearing like really nice sneakers. But not like I don't want to step on anything kind of nice, just always buying different pairs of sneakers. Let's see, and I always have I always have a button-up shirt, always short sleeve, and I always have like the first three buttons undone so that people can get a nice look at all this taco meat here, all that good wonderful chest hair. Um, and then one thing I'd always have on me is probably a Zippo lighter.
Um, Haas, can you describe yourself? And I leave it up to you where you three know each other from.
Hmm. Haas generally starts the morning with Pepto-Bismol and coffee. Um, and packs Tums for lunch and is over dry cleaning and ironing and like crisping his suits to make sure that just everything just is exactly right on the outside. because there's so much. Just like day to day is just every step is 50,000 pounds of cement blocks on his feet and through his shoulders, and unlike other people he knows, the psychological burdens don't build muscle definition. So everything's kind of rounded, but like he has good posture just from like forcing himself to sit strong all the time. He has no butt; it's just a back into the legs, and it's just everything's stern and straightforward all the time. Jokes have no meaning in life. It is straight-laced all the time. And the one sense of calm he has, even though he has a house and a happy marriage and a life that he aspired to since middle of college, the things that help him almost relax are hanging out with people he knew before he got to college. Even though they went on different paths, you always kind of turn into your previous version of yourself when you meet people from that era of your life. And that person himself had a whole lot less to balance. And it's nice to remember those days. So there's a lot of back in my day talk, and that's almost his favorite pastime now. That and the extra nap after he gets home from work and forgets to take off his pants.
Fair. Every year, this group of friends goes on a trip together, as old friends do. Like, every year. They don't know why they keep doing it. Nobody is probably really excited about it anymore. But they're doing it for so long that it has become a tradition. This time, you splurged a little bit. And you went to the Netherlands. But the tickets for a flight were quite expensive. And instead of a luxury hotel close to Amsterdam, you rented a small holiday home at a park, Europarks, close to Heerlen, at the Brunsumer Heide, which is a very nice nature reserve. I was wondering, one of you has been in charge of organizing the trip, and each year it's someone different. Who would have been the organizer this year?
I would like to say that mysteriously, every year that it's supposed to be Chad's, something comes up, and so he always manages to like weasel his way out of it. So it has essentially just been those two every single year, like just back and forth, because it's supposed every time it comes around to Chad, something comes up where he just can't do it. So sorry, bros.
I think Oscar would have taken up the reins on this one and be like, I'll handle it. Okay, I'll get this all figured out.
I think there's a nice little codependent habit that we all have, that is like we try to be fair and like Chad gets out of the planning phase. Oscar makes it through the planning phase, and Haas like has to put in the work to actually like submit everything. Otherwise, it would just never happen. Even though there's like he doesn't want to take up another project, but he needs this to happen, and no one else is following through in the way he wants it to. Everything will be okay.
Okay, and I'm going to ask Oscar. Give me 3 activities you have come up to do on this trip. What is something you would organize or look up in advance? What would you do with a week? Let's say
the week. I think Oscar would try and figure out like a nature hike. I think he would try to set up, maybe if there's like a museum or something in the local area that they could go and visit. Oscar's very into art and wants to, have a little guided museum tour, see that kind of stuff. And I also think would try and organize a little biking tour of an area. Yeah, all little activities that can just be like guided or involve just moving along.
Haas, one of these three activities is something you're not really into. Which one would you have changed out and for what?
I'm gonna say the biking. Because logistically it would require way more packing of stuff. I'm also not wanting the nature hike to happen because outside, but that one I can't really finagle to make not happen. So instead of biking, we will be doing a tour of the local distillery.
Okay. There are plenty there, so that's fine. That will be. And probably your museum trip is going to be to Maastricht, which is very close to there, and has a couple of very beautiful museums. But yeah, I think it's going to be your third day here. It's the evening. You probably would have been. Yeah, let's say you would have been on your distillery tour. Probably drank a few beers, tasted something, maybe even had a glass of wine because we also have wine from there. Depending on whether your character drinks, I'll leave it up to you how that affects you in the upcoming story. But you're back at the holiday home. It's this these typical holiday homes. They try to do a cozy interior, but it's all IKEA with standard paintings on the walls. There's always some cutlery missing, pots and pans that aren't there, which were always on the inventory, but you cannot find them. A bed that squeaks a little bit too loudly, but it's clean, it's fine. You're there for the evening. It's, as I said, probably your third evening there. And I was wondering where we would find each of your characters. Are they in the living room? Are they taking some alone time in one of the bedrooms?
I will be in the kitchen, wherever there's a counter, or like if there's an island in the kitchen where stuff gets produced. I will be there with one or both of the bottles I procured at the trip or at the distillery. And there is going to be a glass that I'm sipping from, but I'm like pouring half shots and just taking the sip and then re-pouring it. Like I'm not actually using the glass. I'm just pretending that I don't have a problem. I'm just... And if anyone walking by is going to get a big monologue on the new software logistics of the engineering department.
I would say Haas said one or both of his bottles. I think it's one bottle because I think Chad swiped the other one when he wasn't paying attention, and is probably sitting out back, just drinking. I'm not using the glass, just straight from the bottle, straight to the head. and probably smoking as well.
You're not even hiding it.
Nah.
You
You know what Chad's about.
Envy is building up in my chest.
I think Oscar is probably sitting in the living room area with a modest glass of wine, probably busy trying to text his husband Gary to like check up on the kids, make sure that they're getting their medication and stuff like that. So
As you're all doing your own thing, drinking, not drinking, pretending to not be drinking that much, suddenly you hear someone knock on the front door. Well, knock, more like pounding. Who reacts first?
Oh, hey. Did someone order pizza?
what? Who would order pizza out here? Well, obviously one of you would.
Chad.
Chad's
Chad.
gonna stumble in. Bro.
Did you order pizza?
Dude, like, oh.
You were
I
thinking it.
did with my mind, but, like, is the government listening that hard now?
Oscar's already getting up and walking towards the door, just sighing at these two. Just like, oh my god. Not gonna open the door, but call out like, hello, we're not expecting anyone. Who's there?
Oscar, I'm gonna have a challenge for you. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how much information you can discern from who's outside or what's outside. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. I'm gonna use a stopwatch.
Oh god.
I do good under time.
And I need you to name me as many male animals you can come up with in these 30 seconds. Go.
Bull, mallard, is a type of male duck. A steer, male cow. We've got what's a
10 seconds.
man, human. Peacock, because there's peahens.
Stop.
Oh my god, that timer's terrifying.
I don't know if peacock is the male term.
Growing in my throat.
Let me see. I have a whole list because I'm not English. It's not English for me. So actually, peacock is the actual male term for it.
Nice.
Peahen is a female.
I was
Oh, yeah,
screaming
'cause-
stallion the whole time in my head. I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
be-
stallion.
They're peafowl. Stallion.
Rooster.
I was trying to get to stallion, and my brain was
Rooster.
like colt.
Now that
Is
there's
it
no
colt? And
pressure,
I'm
I
like,
can think of all the things. There's no pressure.
Yeah.
Now. It doesn't count,
Yeah.
but I can think of them now.
The pressure is so fun. Okay. You got to 5. I'm gonna call that a partial success. Because you don't get an answer from the person outside. You still hear that pounding on the door. They just stopped when you when they heard you ask them that question, but they started pounding again. And the weird thing is you're fairly certain that you hear an animal a bit to the side of the house, but you have no idea what it is.
Oscar is gonna like take a moment listening to this and just be like, okay, I'm going to call the police or something. This is ridiculous. I do not know the number for the police here, so I'm gonna try and figure out how I do that. And is gonna start like tapping away on his phone, trying to figure out what to do.
Okay.
Assuming he's even had signal out here, or is just frustratingly trying to get signal, but yeah.
I think your signal depends on which side of the house you're on. You probably would have noticed that before. And the other thing is that you're very close to the border with Germany and Belgium there. So it also constantly switches from Dutch network to German network to Belgian network, which has driven up your cost of internet and your phone text messages quite significantly.
You see me grab the Pepto-Bismol when you pick up the phone.
You still hear that pounding on the front door that hasn't stopped. But on your way back, I think that Chad and Haas will hear the doors. These are these two sliding doors on the back of this small holiday home, which ends up in a terrace with some chairs and a table. You hear the glass of these sliding doors just shatter into 1,000 pieces. And 4 figures are stepping into this room.
That escalated quickly.
I would like to say that Chad chugs the rest of the bottle that he stole from Haas. Not hiding it at this point, and then just shatters the end of it, making a shank.
Hey, get out! No pranks! What are you doing? And my hands are shaking.
You see those 4 figures approaching, and Oscar, you hear behind you also a small pane of glass, which is next to the front door, shatter as well. And as you turn around to see what happens there, you see this arm moving in and trying to unlock the door.
I want to kick it.
Okay. You aim for the arm, which is coming in. But you aren't able to kick up high enough. And you hit the doorpost, hurting your foot.
Dude, we're not going to get our deposit back. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm sure that's the reason we're not getting it back.
You're, see these 4 figures approaching Haas and Chad in the living room, and they appear to come out of a historical movie, or they look like they're dressed in 18th century clothing. You haven't heard or read anything about a LARP or a Ren Fair in the neighborhood, so you have no idea where they came from. Maybe there was, and maybe they're from there. But you also do see they have axes and daggers in their hands. And
oh no!
I think you can see that their weapons are real. They're not LARP props or anything.
I am going to loudly go, very quietly, go through, I'm guessing, to the bedroom and see if there's a window that has not been broken or has anyone in front of it yet.
You walk through one of the bedrooms, which is on the ground floor. You walk to the door, or to the window, and no, there's no one there.
I am going to try and wiggle the locks panically on the door, open it so I don't have to break the window, and I'm going to try and crawl out.
do you normally write with your left or with your right hand?
My right hand.
Your right hand. I need you to grab some pen and paper.
Oh no.
And make me a perfect circle with your left hand.
Oh!
Ooh.
This has nothing to do with my handedness. This has to do with my ability to draw perfect circles, which is 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, but you have to do it with left this time.
Ha!
Okay.
Joke's on you. I can't do it either way.
Yeah, exactly.
Either
Me
way,
neither.
I die. Okay.
And it has to be just in one sweeping motion.
One sweeping motion. Okay. Oh, that's better than I thought.
Yeah, okay, let's say that's partial.
It's a peach.
It's a
A
peach,
giant
yeah.
peach.
It's not a square, so that's fine.
A
That's why it's
peach,
partial.
nature's circle.
You are able to open up, get a handle and open up that window quite quickly, actually.
Ooh.
And you just open it up completely and kind of step, stumble, crawl over it. Let's go back to the living room and the hallway. Chad, what are you doing with that bottle in your hand?
Well, I'm squaring up. First person to get close, I'm bobbing and weaving and stabbing. You came into my house.
Okay. Let's make that a rock, paper, scissors challenge to see.
Oh, okay. We're
How
gonna do
that's
rock,
gonna-
paper, scissors, and then shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Best out of 3.
Ooh. All right. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, that's a tie.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
That's also a tie.
Ooh.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Damn.
Okay.
Oh, it was just like, so like, does that
No,
count
you're
as-
fine. No, that's 3, and then
Okay.
1 is good.
Damn.
He just starts swaying that bottle around like a madman. Not really controlling the situation, not knowing where all of the 4 people in this room are, and he has been really focused on one of his attackers. Not noticing
with the
that the one with the axe. Yeah, of course, that poses the most threat. Not noticing that some of his compatriots have snuck up on Chad from behind, and Chad, you feel this blast of pain in the back of your head, and everything turns black.
Come on, bro. What's up? Come on. What, do you think you can take out the Chadmeister? It's gonna take a lot more than...
Oscar, what are you doing?
Clearly not having any effect on this door person. Oscar is looking for another exit, a window, a door, but somewhere to run because I am not equipped for this.
You see that this that whatever that is in front of the door has been able to unlock it and is opening the door right now.
Well, I'm gonna run upstairs and lock myself in a bathroom and be trying for the police on my phone, assuming I can get anything.
I'm going to give you 3 chances to guess what the European, because of European, alarm number is.
Oh god.
Oh no.
All right. I think this is Canadian, but 411?
Nope.
Oh boy. 119.
Nope.
Oh boy. Ooh, is it just 0?
No.
Oh.
With the second one, just general knowledge. With the second one, you were very close. It's 112.
Ah.
Yeah, you keep trying, and you don't get through. You don't have any idea who you're calling. You all hear disconnected. No, this number is not available. Or it doesn't ring at all. And you hear these heavy footsteps on the stairs, on the hallway outside of the bathroom. And then it's silent for just a second. You see an axe crashing through the door.
No,
Just
no.
The head of the axe
Oh, no.
crashing through the door and splintering the door. And again, you see this arm reaching in, going for the lock.
Oh boy. Quick look around the bathroom. Is there a window?
Yeah, but it's tiny.
Oh,
You won't be able to fit through there.
Oh, Oscar, we didn't think this through, did we, bud?
You're right up the stairs.
In
a horror movie. What do you think was gonna happen?
Look, my other options were going through the front door where someone was coming in, or going into the living room where the last thing I heard was Chad squaring off and then going silent.
Yep.
Ooh, boy. Oscar's gonna try and, like, grab whatever looks heaviest in the bathroom and try and, like, hit that hand as hard as he can.
You look around and you see this small little bin. That word was I was looking for. A small little bin where it's not that heavy, but it's a blunt object. And you just smash into that arm. You see it retract a little bit before just going back at it. And they unlock the door. And you see this rather large man standing before you. Same as with the others you haven't seen downstairs, but his clothing and his hat look like they're from the 18th century. He charges for you, grabs you by the collar, and just pushes you back up against the wall, hand around your throat, and you feel him restricting your air intake. He's, at least to you, you're feeling, trying to or suffocate you, or at least do enough damage that you're get unconscious. And you struggle and your feet are dangling. Even though you're quite a lengthy person, he is able to lift you up quite some inches above the ground. And everything turns black. Haas, you're still struggling to get out of that window. And you, as well as Oscar did before, hear this animal outside. Which is weird. You're pretty sure that there wasn't a farm or anything, or a petting zoo or something close by. So where that sound is coming from, you have no idea. But as soon as you step out of that window and think, yes, I escaped. You feel this massive force kind of hit you from the side, quite low actually. It hits your legs and you lose your balance.
Oh no, that's easy to do.
And you just are knocked over. You hit the ground with your head and everything is dark. You all three wake up.
Oh, thank God. Oh, whew.
But it's still dark around you.
Oh no.
And there are a couple of things that don't make any sense. Any. You feel that you have opened your eyes, but it's still dark. And you feel you have this bag over your head. That's why you don't see anything. Your hands are tied in front of your body. And it feels like you're lying on your stomach across the back of a horse. But it's weird. It cannot be a horse because the animal is way smaller. You feel the air blowing past you. You've never seen a horse run this fast. You take a second and you realize, are you flying?
Oh no.
No, you cannot be flying. That's weird. You cannot be flying. That's really weird. No. After what feels like an eternity, you hear hooves land on a soft surface. You are pulled up. You put your feet on the ground. And the bag is pulled off your head. And what you see could easily come from either a historical movie or a horror movie, depending on what you're into. A circle of at least 15 people in long coats, long cloaks.
This is not good.
With a hood over their heads.
No.
Have been formed around a pentagram.
No.
Drawn in the sand. And a fairly large campfire in the middle. You look around and you see you're in the forest. Or, I think you maybe with your hike would have been at least in this vicinity. And you notice this is the Brunsumer Heide, the nature reserve that's next to your park. Next to your holiday home. You hear this group murmuring something. But you can't quite make out what they're saying. And to see who of you three is able to hear what they're saying, we're gonna play a little game, a campfire game. You all take turns to come up with something you can find in the forest. And you're starting with the letter the word of your predecessor has finished with. So, say we start with word 3.
No!
The next one has to come up with a word that starts with an E.
Oh, wait, say that again?
Yeah, we're starting, for instance, if we start with the word tree,
Mm-hmm.
you would be next in line. You have to start with the E. So if you come up with the word eagle, the next one will start with an L. And we'll go around the group, and you just have to be very quick in coming up with a word. If you take too long, and too long is more than probably 3 or 4 seconds.
God damn it.
Or too much you're out of the game. Let's see how can be the last man standing in this way.
Millipede.
Wait, who goes next?
Oh, let's make
Yeah.
it. Let's make it.
I was just
Let's
trying to
make
save
it-
myself. Screw you guys.
let's
I was
make
just
it,
looking like, wait a minute, millipede, what?
let's make it Haas, Chad, and Oscar,
Okay.
and then Haas again. So let's see how
Aw,
far we
man.
come. And it has to do with anything in the forest.
Okay. Frog.
Grass.
Sparrow.
Walrus.
In the forest?
Good old forest walruses.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It started with a W.
Yeah. Chad, I need something with a W.
Oh, I thought we stopped. Oh, we're still
No,
going.
I
No,
need
you're still-
Oh,
one
last
left.
one standing.
That's
Oh,
what's
okay.
standing.
Willow.
Worm.
Oh, mushroom.
Moss.
Snake.
Eagle.
Egg.
Grass.
Oh,
I already said grass.
I already said
Oh
that.
shoot! Oh no!
I thought they had to be animals.
She
No,
said-
no,
just
in
stuff
the
in the
forest.
forest.
Oh
in the
no. That's
Walrus.
listen.
I
I'm
would
gonna
like
have a
to kill a
campaign where all
walrus,
three of
bro.
you ride flying walruses from the forest. Okay, we're
Oh, I
gonna
thought you were,
Okay.
you were gonna have a campaign where we're all forest walruses.
that too.
Let's do that. I'm in for it. Chad, Chad, you're normally aren't paying that much attention to anything that's going on around you, but you feel like your life is at stake here, so that does something with a person. And you try to focus, and you hear this group chanting. Conjuro vos hoc sanguino sacrificio veni ad me.
Oh, no.
You have no idea what that means, but it doesn't sound great.
Bros, do you guys speak Spanish?
Yes, of course I do.
Bro, they're saying something in Spanish. It's like El Quistador, como es something, bro.
Oh my God, Chad. I did not even want to be here, and right now the only thing that I hope is that they sacrifice you first, because I
Whoa.
cannot with you two.
What? What's up with the hostility, bro? I didn't bring you here. I was trying to fight.
Oh my
I-
God, it is
you
not
left me,
Spanish.
all right?
It is Latin, you absolute
Oh,
ass.
I'm sorry, bro.
Latin is not a spoken language. It is a written
However
language.
they want to.
There's no way they're speaking Latin.
Steal from Latin
Oh.
America. Isn't that the same thing? God.
Oh my God. I will. Hey, cultists, I will join your cult. I will help you. I will sacrifice these two. Sacrificio Inferno, whatever.
You see,
Bro, don't listen to me, bro. Como estas? Muy bien.
You see that man
Du bist baño. That was German and Spanish.
you see that man that Oscar had seen before, who had been chasing Oscar, who turns around to your group, and he looks at first at these two just randomly throwing words around. And he looks to Oscar, who actually offers them up. And he looks at you and he says in this weird it's English, but you clearly know that this is someone who, like myself, is a native English speaker. But even with a more Dutch accent than hopefully I have, he turns to you and he says, "So you want to join us?"
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm down with whatever. Just let me live and I will join up with you, and we can sacrifice these two, huh?
He looks at you for a second, then gestures to two of the other people in the group, who are walking towards Chad and Haas, and they drag you closer to the fire.
Whoa, bro, lavate las manos.
Ich bin Litter.
And he hands Oscar a dagger. And he walks back to just puts his arm around Oscar and invites him towards the fire.
Bro, do you really want Ola? Do you really want somebody weak like him, or do you want? Look at these gains, bro. Look at these gains. Look at come on. Look at these. Look at that. I could be a great addition. Come on. Don't kill me, bro.
You hear from under the hood. You don't really see their face, but you hear from under the hood. Americans.
How much do you
agree.
want? I can provide. I can back you. I can provide resources.
The person that is dragging you to the firehouse stops for a second. And also without seeing their face, because it's obscured by the hood. You hear, "It's not money we need."
What do you want? Power? Influence? Connections? People?
Listen.
Or I could go to town and I could get the mayor. I could get your leaders. I can get you people. What do you need? What do you want?
He just puts his hand over your mouth, just trying to shut you up. And a man who now is guiding Oscar towards the center of this circle. He addresses you, and he addresses the group. Tonight, our master will return. Tonight, like every year, blood will flow and flesh will burn to open the gate to hell, and we will pay our blood debt for this year. And he looks at Oscar. See this as your initiating. Have fun.
That's Yiddish. That's definitely Yiddish.
Oscar is like trembling with like tears rolling down his cheeks and kind of looks around at like all these cultists or whatever and looks at Chad and Haas, and dagger like shaking in his hand is going to step up to Chad and kind of like weirdly kind of like put the knife on his chest, like the tip, and he's looking at Chad now with like this regret, and he's just like, I have my kids and Gary at home. I don't see any other way, man.
I mean, bruh, I've lived a life of sick gains and just a lot of badass stuff. And like you have the blade on his chest, and he just like pops his pecs, like he's just bouncing the knife, and he's like, "I'll get it. Just make sure if you do this, 2 things I ask for. Well, 3 things, bro. 3 things, bro. 1, don't mess up my face. 2, make it quick. Well, 4 things. 3, 3, make sure. Bro, these are my last words, bro. Shut up. So, where was I? Wait, 1, not my face. 2, make it quick. Oh yeah. 3, make sure. Shit. Damn it, Haas.
Okay, he
made me forget.
He is just gonna shove the knife straight into his chest.
Oh, bro. Oh, I feel it.
Like,
I remember now.
he's
Make
like
sure.
buried the knife in and like trembles back, like just shaking, like, oh my god, like I don't
remember
like
it.
these people, but this is too much for me right now. Oh,
last
so
thing
there's
I wanted
just
to say,
a
bro.
dagger fully shoved into his chest, and he's oh my god.
Make sure little Timmy gets gains.
You see man who has handed you the dagger, Oscar. Not approvingly. We need another one.
Can I join? I want to join. Let me join. I can be of use. Let me help. I want to help. Let me join. I just want to give me a chance. At least let me try to prove myself before I decide to like. I can get you under flesh.
The person takes his hand off your mouth.
Oh, thank God! That smelled horrible. Listen, I can do something. I just let me join. If I join, then I can do other people dying, right? I don't have to die.
You see that probably you can discern that this is the leader of this group. Looks upon you. What can you do?
I can get you
want to
all the flesh you need. Does it have to be
What
human
are
flesh?
you talking about, huh? All the flesh? What exactly do you think you do?
Business, trades, deals.
Let's play another game. I'm gonna ask 3 questions to the both of you.
Walrus.
And it's most it's a kind of a game of most likely. So I'll ask a question about your character, and you both write down who of your two characters would probably be the person that it fits the best, or is doing that the most, or yeah. And after these three, we're gonna see if you have written down the same names. And if you've written down, if your answers so are unanimous, you succeed. If they differ from each other, if you wrote the other one down, or it's not similar, it's a failure. So it's also best of three. The first question. Who has made it in their lives? Who would be... This is going to be an interesting question. If your life is on the line, who is going to rat out the other one first? And 3. Oh, let me come up with a fitting one.
Who has the sickest gains?
No, let's make that. Who will miss Chad most? Who was their best friend? A gym buddy. Okay, the answer to the first question.
Haas.
Oscar.
Okay, that's.
What was the first question?
Who made it?
Yeah.
So
by the way,
that's
I'm answering through the point of view of Haas, not through my point of view. Okay.
Yeah.
Same. Yep.
That's good. That's the idea.
So we failed the first one.
Yeah.
I sense a
first
theme.
one. Who's the one who's most likely to rat all of you out?
Haas.
Haas.
Okay, that's
Yay!
a success. And who's
Says the person who stabbed his friend.
And the third question about Chad.
Who
Haas.
missed Chad the most? Haas.
Now that's interesting.
I mean, I stabbed Chad first, so
Yeah, fair.
I feel like I
Chad-
made my feelings pretty clear.
Chad represents the portion or like pie chart of the life that he wished he could also incorporate into his full schedule. So that having him around reminds him that it's possible to not work all the time.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, absolutely fair. You look to that leader who has been hearing you ramble about everything you can offer them, everything you can provide them with. And he looks at you and looks at Oscar. I'm only gonna need one of you. I need a second sacrifice.
If we can prove that the two of us can be of extra use, what if we sacrifice someone you already have in trade?
Oscar is reaching and pulling the dagger out of Chad.
You see the leader look at you, look at the people around the group, then look at you again.
Think of what you need following the sacrifice. The rest of the year.
I need people I can rely on. And these people follow me around for over 2 centuries. I don't think you can offer anything I need. The two of you. It's up to you. I need one. The other one dies. And let's make this just a regular game of rock, paper, scissors. To see who of your characters is going to be able to take out the other one. Let's call it like that.
Oh, yeah. Oscar has looked at this situation, looked at everyone around, and just decided, like, I have to fight to the death, and I'm not going to die right now. So Oscar is
Determined.
looking at Haas and like holding that dagger. And yeah, do you want to do the rock paper scissors shoot for both of us? That might sync it up better for us since we'll be going on your timing.
Yeah, that's it. Then we do rock, paper, scissors, go. That's better, I think. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Okay. Again. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Oh.
No. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Okay, that's a tie. 1-on-1. Let's do another one. Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Oh no.
Hey,
I don't
Haas.
know why I hit my hand so hard. That really hurt.
Aww. Haas. You see Oscar squaring up with a dagger in his hands. But you need time. You want to make sure that whatever's happening here, you're not the one dying. You have so much to live for, so much to still give. What do you do?
Seeing him square up. I see not my life flash before my eyes, but the decisions internally that I've made that have led me to feel like I'm living a dual life. Not one as cool as Batman's, but one with, I would say, as much stress. And I am seeing the harm that my decisions cause and the corner that I've been backed into and the direction my life is currently headed. And I kneel in front of Oscar. And I drop my bravado for the first time since I went off to college. And my chin trembles. And I don't know how I would, the world that I live in that I've made for myself, I don't know how I make it a better place if I walk out of here But your kids, your family are they have futures and they need you. I pick up one of the bags and put it over my head.
Ah, you friggin' martyr guy. This deflates Oscar a little bit, and he'll be like, What are you doing? What?
The business is going under. I'm being investigated for tax fraud. My wife is going to leave me. We don't even have kids yet. Everything that would be me doing anything would be trying to fix stuff that I'm gonna make worse. You already make the world better.
Oscar just quietly looks at this, but like there is a moment of questioning, like, oh my god, okay, I don't know, but self-preservation, and it's like, you know what?
In one last moment of know-it-allness, if you stab me directly between the vertebrae with one small swoop, I will only feel the breath of the blade before I lose consciousness. Think of me as a steer.
Oscar will, like, once again trembling, walk up and just be like, that's what you want, how can I say no? And just
You can
jab
say
the knife
no!
through jabs the knife straight through the vertebrae, and just jams it in there. Oddly, a little bit easier that second time, and with a little more determination, and drops him and looks at the leader of the group with just a look of like, we good? Did I do this?
He looks at you and he looks to the fire and to the lines in the ground, and you see that it's a bit weird, but the blood of Chad and of Haas is mixing and spreading neatly across the ground over those lines surrounding the fire. And that fire starts to burn brighter and brighter and brighter. And you feel, that's weird, you don't feel the warmth from it as you think you should feel it. But it's weird. It's just, you think something should happen now, right? Something should be summoned, something should come up, something should appear. But it doesn't. And fire dies down. These two bodies still lying in the sand. Lines still as visible as before, but just a small pile of ash in the middle of it. And the group stops chanting and just disperses. And the leader looks at you and he says to you, live your life. Every year, come back. You bring us your offering. If you don't, we'll know where to find you. And we know where to find every one you love. And nothing will be left of your life. And he turns around and walks into the forest and disappears. The only thing you hear, which is strange, and you now understand what sound you heard before, what animal you heard before. You hear a goat. And of what everyone thought to be the legend of what we call in Dutch the Bokkenrijders. 3 men have found out that there is always a piece of truth to the old stories. So be sure to lock your doors and barricade the windows. Because the Bokkenrijders are riding tonight. That's our story for today.
I think as a last little thing, like standing there in the woods, kind of shaking, taking a moment to compose himself, Oscar takes a breath, dials up on his phone. Hey, sweetie. No, yeah, it is lovely here. You know what? I think we're going to have to do it again next year.